so here's everything new so far of my wildlife garden. So there's this woody area here, which is for stag beetle, like lesser stag beetles, and different kinds of insects that go among the logs. There's also a little rock area to support other insects as well, and also some branches for the insects to climb on. Hello, potato. Then we have a meadow, a mini meadow right here, which is to attract stuff like bees and other like flower beetles and other stuff like that. We also have a little stick area here, which is small and can also be here as well, which is more of the older version. Also, here's another flower meadow here, but I added leaves in, so it gives this kind of like vibe. However, I think what looks more better is it being in the forest. In the forest area, the leaves are here to attract stuff like spiders and other creepy crawlies to go underneath. And you may be wondering what the hell this is. Well, this actually connects to this, which basically at night it makes this star formation, which actually looks really cool. I don't know if you know, but there are literally wolf spiders in there right now. There's one right there. Just a little one right there. Now, I cut all the grass because it was getting seriously long. Like, it was getting, like, up to my knees. But luckily, I left some tall bits where, insects, like grasshoppers and other stuff like that, can jump around in the tall grass over here. There's also a wetland, or swamp area, where there are different, like, water creatures, like water bugs, and these mosquito larvae right here. I might be wrong, but I think they're mosquito larvae, these, like, little wiggly things over there. There is another one here. Now, originally these wiggly things weren't here, and I thought this thing was abandoned and it wasn't suitable for life, but all of a sudden these guys has appeared from literally nowhere, so I think now it is officially for life, and it is a swamp area now. And there is a little garden spider right there climbing up, and it's actually much bigger than you think. They're actually pretty big. Then here's one of the farms in my garden. Yes, in my garden we have these mini farms where we grow different kind of plants. Mostly plants to eat. So here are growing some tomatoes. Here we're growing some sunflowers because we were supposed to plant them in May, and we did plant them in May, early May to be fair. And yeah. Then here there are some like these things. I forgot what they're called, but apparently they're edible. Then there's a cabbage farm right here, which is pretty small. A lovely strawberry farm over here, another farm here, which has a red one, but it still needs some growing. I do need to do the fit for bird feeding because it looks like the birds ate all of the food, just apart from these. I think these are rotten, and I remember me putting them, and I don't think they like them, man. I don't think they like them. And then for the bird feeder, we have a bird hide, which, yeah, it's locked, but if you go inside, you can actually, watch through the windows and see the birds flying and swooping in and eating the nuts and seeds. And then at the very end of the garden, which I'm officially calling this area, is the extreme end of the garden. If you look up, there are two bird houses there that we put up so some birds can come in and lay their eggs for some bird conversation, just to keep the numbers up. Then for here, there's the compost area, which is home to all kinds of animals. I mean, look how many ants are down there. But the main part is the slugs. There are so many different types of slugs here. Best place in the garden to look for slugs. There are green Keller slugs, there are great red slugs, there are yellow Keller slugs, and lots of netted slugs, and pretty much all of the species. I'm not even joking, there are so many of them. Apart from the leopard slug. I don't know why we don't have leopard slugs here, but yeah, there are so many species. You can see them all across the walls. And yeah, just thousands of species. And also white cabbage flies. These are the bushes, so insects can crawl in and out. And it's basically, they're safe in there. Nobody's ever going to go in there. So they're basically safe crawling around in there, minding their own business. And then for the front garden, we have these small little buff-tailed bumblebees, I believe. And this is the hotspot for bees in the entire garden. The front garden is the best place for the bees. I don't know why, but they love this patch specifically where the cosmos is. I meant wildflowers. Then there are some small pretty flowers here. However, I don't think any insects like them because I've never seen an insect go on these. Now there used to be a palm tree here, but it died. Because I don't know, it just died here in our garden. We've planted palm trees so many times in our garden, but all of the time they die. I don't know why. And I don't know if you can see, but on these tiny little branches, there are tiny little black spots all over it, flooding it. These are black flies, and there are thousands of them everywhere. And I might be wrong, but I think they're a pest. Alright, that's pretty much everything in my garden wildlife thing. Yep, thanks for watching, and bye bye.